March 2023, 9:15 a.m., Los Angeles, California. Sophie Carter woke up to a notification on her phone. Her bank account was frozen. Zero balance. Everything gone. Then she saw the letter. IRS Notice of Levy. Account seizure. Immediate collection action. In less than 24 hours, the IRS had taken everything. Her house, her cars, her savings, $18 million. Gone. This is her story. And if you make money online and think the IRS doesn't know about it, you need to hear what happened next. Sophie Carter wasn't always rich. 5 years ago, she was a 24-year-old college dropout working 2 jobs, Starbucks during the day, waitressing at night, living paycheck to paycheck in a studio apartment she could barely afford. Then, in 2019, a friend told her about OnlyFans, a platform where creators could charge subscribers for exclusive content. Some people were making serious money, 6 figures, even 7. Sophie was skeptical, but desperate. She had student loans, rent was due, she had nothing to lose. She created an account, posted her first photo. Within a week, she had 100 subscribers. Within a month, 1,000. By the end of her first year, she was making $50,000 a month. Sophie couldn't believe it. She quit both jobs. She moved to a nicer apartment. She bought a new car. Life was good. But it was about to get much, much better. In 2020, during the pandemic, OnlyFans exploded. Millions of new users. Creators were making money like never before, and Sophie was one of the top earners. By the end of 2020, she was making $200,000 a month. By 2021, $400,000 a month. By 2022, over $500,000 a month. In 3 years, Sophie made $18 million. $18 million. She bought a $3 million house in the Hollywood Hills, a Lamborghini, a Porsche, designer clothes, expensive jewelry. She traveled the world, first class, 5-star hotels, private yachts. On Instagram, she showed off her lifestyle, luxury, success, living the dream at 27 years old. But Sophie had a problem she didn't even know existed yet. She never reported any of it to the IRS, not a single dollar. You see, Sophie had convinced herself of something a lot of online creators believe. She thought because she was paid through an online platform, because the money came from subscribers all over the world, because it wasn't a traditional job, she didn't have to report it. She was wrong, catastrophically wrong. Here's what Sophie didn't understand. OnlyFans is a US-based company. By law, they're required to report payments to creators. If you make over $600 in a year, OnlyFans sends you a Form 1099-K. They also send a copy to the IRS. Sophie received those forms every year. 2019, 2020, 2021, 2022. She threw them in a drawer. She never filed taxes. She never reported her income. She thought she was invisible. But the IRS knew everything. Every deposit, every payment, every dollar. They were just waiting, building their case, gathering evidence. And in early 2023, they struck. The IRS sent Sophie a letter. Notice of deficiency. They had calculated her unpaid taxes for 2019 through 2022. Total income, $18 million. Federal tax owed, approximately $7 million. California state tax, approximately $2.3 million. Failure to file penalty, 5% per month, up to 25%. Accuracy penalty, 20%. Interest, compounding daily since taxes were due. Total bill, over $15 million. Sophie panicked. She called a tax attorney. The attorney asked one question. Did you file any tax returns? Sophie said no. The attorney was silent for a moment. Then he said, "You're in serious trouble." The IRS didn't wait for Sophie to figure out a payment plan. Within 30 days, they issued a levy. They seized her bank accounts, all of them. Checking, savings, business accounts, everything. They placed a lien on her house. They seized her cars. They froze her investment accounts. They even went after her crypto wallets. Sophie tried to fight it. She hired expensive lawyers. They filed appeals. They requested payment plans. They tried to negotiate. The IRS said no. They wanted their money. Now, here's what made Sophie's case even worse. Because she willfully failed to file returns for 4 years in a row, the IRS referred her case for criminal investigation. Willful tax evasion is a felony. The penalty? Up to 5 years in federal prison per year, not filed. Sophie could face 20 years. The criminal investigation took 6 months. IRS agents interviewed her. They subpoenaed OnlyFans. They analyzed her bank statements. They looked at her social media. Every vacation photo, every luxury purchase, every post showing off her wealth. They built a timeline, income versus spending. It was obvious. She was living far beyond any legitimate reported income. The evidence was overwhelming. In October 2023, the U.S. Attorney's Office made a decision. They wouldn't pursue criminal charges, but only because Sophie agreed to cooperate fully, pay everything she owed, and accept a civil fraud penalty. So where is Sophie now? She lost the house, foreclosed. She lost both cars, repossessed. She lost her savings, all of it. She moved back in with her parents. She's 28 years old. Back where she started. Except now, she owes the IRS $15 million she doesn't have. The IRS set up a payment plan. She'll be paying them for the rest of her life. Garnished wages, seized tax refunds. They'll take everything until the debt is paid. Sophie tried to restart her OnlyFans, but the IRS takes 70% of everything she makes now, before she even sees it. It's not worth it anymore. Her Instagram is gone, deleted. Her followers, her brand, her online presence, all gone. She can't show off a lifestyle she doesn't have anymore. The dream is over. So what can you learn from Sophie's case? First, online income is not invisible. Every platform reports to the IRS. OnlyFans, YouTube, Twitch, Patreon, Cameo, TikTok. All of them. If you make over $600, they send a 1099 to the IRS. The IRS knows. Second, the IRS doesn't care how you make your money. Traditional job, online platform, cash, crypto, barter. If you earn income, you owe taxes. Period. Third, living large on social media is evidence against you. Every post showing wealth, every luxury purchase, every vacation. The IRS can and will use it to prove you had unreported income. Fourth, the IRS will take everything. Bank accounts, house, cars, investments, crypto. They have more power than any creditor. They can seize assets without going to court first. Fifth, ignoring the problem makes it worse. Sophie received 1099 forms every year. If she had filed even one return and set up a payment plan, she could have avoided most of this. But she ignored it. And the penalties and interest destroyed her. Here's what online creators need to understand. The IRS knows about the gig economy. They know about OnlyFans. They know about YouTube ad revenue. They know about crypto income. They have specialized teams tracking online income. And they're cracking down. Hard. If you make money online, you must report it. Set aside 30–40% for taxes. File quarterly estimated payments. Keep records of everything. Hire a CPA who understands online income. Don't be like Sophie. Don't assume the IRS doesn't know. They know. They're just deciding when to act. If you have unreported online income, you have one option. Come forward now. File amended returns. Pay what you owe. Set up a payment plan. The IRS has programs for people who come forward voluntarily. But if you wait until they come to you, you lose all negotiating power. They take everything, and you might face criminal charges. Sophie thought she was smart. She thought she found a loophole. She thought online income was different. It's not. The bottom line, it doesn't matter how you make money. If you earn it, you owe taxes. Report everything. Or lose everything. This case is based on real IRS enforcement actions against online content creators, publicly available court documents, and IRS publications on gig economy income reporting requirements. If this video just saved you from making Sophie's mistake, subscribe to this channel. I break down real IRS cases every week. Cases that will educate you. Cases that could save your financial life. And if you have unreported online income, talk to a tax professional today. Not tomorrow. Today. File those returns. Pay those taxes. Before the IRS shows up and takes everything. The IRS is watching your Instagram, your TikTok, your YouTube. They know more than you think.